If you are very good at starting something but you never get to finish it, then stick with me because this video is for you. You're someone that sets goals, you tell yourself the things you want to do, but by the end of the day, you are unable to actualize them. Maybe you get overwhelmed, maybe you feel that you're not prepared enough, but somehow something just happens and you don't get to actualize it. So you start something but you don't finish it. Or you tell yourself, I'm going to start a particular thing, but you don't even start, let alone finishing it. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you how to actually start anything and get them done, how to actually become more productive. One of the major things that actually makes you to be unproductive and how to actually become productive, like 10x your productivity. So let's dive in. The reason why we don't get to actualize all the goals that we set for ourselves is because these goals are usually overwhelming. Maybe because someone said they are going to achieve so and so thing. You also tell yourself that you are going to achieve this as well because you see others doing it, or because a coach told you to do it, or because someone advised you to actually set your goal in this order. So by the end of the day, we end up setting goals that are way beyond our capacity. And since you can't do something that is beyond your capacity, since you can't work beyond your capacity, you end up giving up on that goal entirely and not complete it. Sometimes you might start, along the way you get overwhelmed and you drop it. Now, there's something you need to understand. There's no need for any form of competition when it comes to goal setting. You need to understand that different people at different times set different goals based on their capacity. Any goal that anybody sets is based on their own capacity, based on what they think they can do. So you yourself, when you want to set your goal, set it based on your own capacity. Make it as simple as possible, so that whenever you want to approach it, you do approach it without the fear of not being able to complete it, or the fear of trying to get ready before approaching it, or the fear of waiting for the right time before actually approaching it. There was a time I enrolled for a mentorship, and my coach told us that we should read for at least an hour every day. I've always wanted to inculcate the habit of reading, but I was always so busy and I never had time to read books. But enrolling for that mentorship, and our coach said we should read at least an hour every day. I told myself I was going to do that. The first day I actually set that to-do list to read one book for an hour. I did not actually do it. Do you know why? I felt that 1 hour was too much. I felt that sitting down to read for an hour was a lot, so I couldn't do it. Plus, I have a very tight schedule, so I couldn't actually meet up to read a book for an hour. After about a week and I was unable to meet up with all the plans of reading for an hour every day, I told myself that I am not going to run my life based on what this guy said we should do. I am going to set something that works for me. Then I went ahead to reset the goal. I told myself that I am going to be reading one page of a book every day. That way it's easier to approach and it's simpler to actually do. I realized that every time I picked up the book to read just one page, I end up reading more than one page. I end up reading more than one chapter. I end up reading for even more than 1 hour. Why? Because I made the task much more easier and simpler to approach. When it was 1 hour, I was not able to even start it, let alone completing it. But once I reduced the task and made it look simpler and easier, I was able to even outdo it. The major thing there was to actually become someone who gets to read my book every day. My coach said 1 hour. I saw that I could not do 1 hour, so I told myself one page every day. And that made it much more easier to approach. Even the days I come back from work and I am so tired, and I'm like, I don't think I can read today. Then one mind tells me that it's just a page of a book, which means I can actually be reading and be eating. So I'm using my right hand to eat and I'm using my left hand to read. And by the end of the day, despite how tired that I am, I end up doing more than one page. I end up doing more than 1 hour. I kept on doing this until I was able to develop a healthy reading habit. The goal was to become a reader. So what matters is that you should get to your destination. Yeah? So if the strategies are overwhelming for you, break them down into simpler, smaller tasks. Success is a result of small accumulated habits and efforts. There's no need to jump any process. There's no need to overwhelm yourself. What matters is that you should get to where you want to get to. If the strategy is overwhelming for you, you are very free to break them down. Because every time you set goals that are very big to approach, you are going to end up telling yourself that I need to get ready to actually approach this. I need to take my time to rest to gather enough strength before I can actually approach this. I need to wait for the right time. By the end of the day, that is how you're going to get stuck with waiting for the right time until you are unable to do anything in an actual sense. And that is how you give up on those goals. You end up not achieving anything. You end up not being productive. So The real secret here is making it simple, making it easy, and very approachable. You agree with me that whenever you want to start doing something and you start it with something very small, you are always going to notice that the moment you start, you don't even know when you get to finish. Yeah? So that is the same tactics that works in this place. If you want to achieve anything and it's feeling as if it's a lot, there is no need to work with what others are working with. Do it within your capacity. If it's 1 hour that you can do for every day, do it 1 hour. If it's 30 minutes you can do for every day, do it for 30 minutes. If you're somebody who is into business and your aim is to make at least 1,000 sales in a year, if you just say 1,000 sales in a year, it's going to overwhelm you. The fear of not being able to reach is going to overwhelm you. What do? You calculate how many months that there are in 1 year. 12 months. And you divide 1,000 sales that you want to make by those 12 months. Maybe, okay, every month I want to be making at least 30 sales. And that 30 sales, you tell yourself, every day I want to make at least 1 sales. And that is how it goes. Bit by bit, eventually, by the end of the year, you see yourself reaching that goals. So by doing this, it's going to help you to be more productive. One, because whenever you get up to do it, you are going to see that this thing is easy. Your brain is going to tell that this thing is easy. So you just jump right into it. There's no need for you to stay and begin to over-process anything or begin to over-prepare yourself about anything. So every single day you take a small step towards that goal you're trying to achieve. And that is how you keep on going until you don't even know when you achieve everything you always wanted to achieve at your destination in the right time. So if this video was helpful to you, I want you to drop your comments and your opinions in the comment section. I do love to read them. And please don't also forget to like and share this video so that someone out there who might just need to hear this would come across this video